Hey, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How are you? I pray that this hump day is finding you in good spirits, doing well, proceeding along the path and that God has preordained for you to walk. You can veer off that path. He gave us the freedom of choice, but prayerfully you're walking the path, okay? Seriously. So today I was going to go live this morning while I was on my way to my first meeting this morning at the wonderful courthouse, still trying to get things finalized from a claim that I had last year on my home. But anyway, the Lord prevailed, so I'm grateful. But so today, we are talking about, let me get this. We are talking about the peace, that special peace. And if you've ever experienced that special peace, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is the peace that surpasses all understanding. I pulled it up just a few moments ago before I came on here with you. It's coming from Philippians 4 and 7. And here is what the commentary of this says. Excuse me. The peace that surpasses all understanding is a phrase from Philippians 4 and 7 describing a divine, profound inner calm that transcends human comprehension and circumstances. Let me rewind that and say that again. The peace that surpasses all understanding is a phrase from Philippians 4 and 7, describing a divine, profound inner calm that transcends human comprehension and circumstances. Hopefully, you got that. This shalom, this peace, acts as a guard over a person's heart and mind, providing stability, freedom from fear, and comfort despite facing chaotic or difficult situations. That's that special peace. That's that special peace. That's that peace that every time something happens, instead of you getting like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You be like, yeah, okay. All right, Lord. You know, you get to that place where you just start like, okay, all right. And you start laughing. It's like you can't do anything else but be like, okay. So yes, last night, believe it or not, this was really funny to me. Last night, I was sitting and just chilling, right? I've been in front of this computer all day long. I have been putting together, oh my God, I'm so excited about this. I have been putting together my book and courses and workbooks for my teachings on the ecclesia. And it was just, and all was well, right? It was a good day. It was a productive day. And then I'm sitting in my bed, just kind of scrolling on my phone. And I had, for some reason, in my room, these two flies that kept bugging me. And one of them landed on my phone while I was up. Now, I got the big phone. Okay, as Crystal would say, I got the big phone. So it landed on my phone. And so when it landed on my phone, I did boop, because it was just right there, right? Yeah, well, me doing boop, this is what happened to my phone. Okay. Like yeah, you can only see a quarter of my screen now. Yeah. And so when it happened, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. You have got to really, really be kidding me. But you know what? Something inside of me just said, look at you. Like, I didn't panic. I wasn't like, oh, I can't believe that happened. It was just like, I just started laughing. You got to be kidding me. And just like, okay. So, hey, close the phone, use the front part of it. It's like, oh, okay, I can't use it big and blow it up, but I can still use it. And wait, and I got another big one that, other things I got to do, I could do on the other big one. It was just like, God, you know what? You have already taken care of every situation beforehand anyway. I'm using that as an example. It's a little example, but just as an example of how you walk in that peace, how you recognize and understand that things are going to happen. Now, there can be some catastrophic things that are happening in your life that maybe you're not as like, girl, but you don't know, right? I can testify because it's been almost a year. I'm planning a celebration of a commemorative celebration of my husband's life in about 3 weeks, because in 2 weeks will be his 75th birthday. And in 4 weeks, on the 17th, will be the day that he transcends. So the 6th is his birthday. He transcended on the 17th. And in planning this commemorative life celebration for him, I am understanding how much the peace of God has played a part in my life over this year. That's the crux of really what I want you to understand. It's like, I went after I left the courthouse this morning. I went to IHOP. I was feeling nostalgic because that was one of our places. He loved IHOP, and I just sat and I had breakfast by myself. And I told my daughter, I said I wasn't sad. I really, it was like I was sitting there and I was like, yeah, we used to sit right over there. But as I thought about it, it brought joy to my heart because I can now visit places and it's not a trigger. This past year has allowed me to walk through some really deep pits, some days of, I just don't want to get out of the bed. I just don't want to face people. I just don't want to be a part of what this life thing is all about. I didn't feel like I wanted to kill myself. Please don't misunderstand me, but I just wanted to retreat. But every single time that I got into those places, the peace of God would rush over me and bring me into this place of settledness. And all of this year, because we started the year off right, y'all. We started the year off in the presence of God. We made sure that we got rid of all of the madness going into 2026 so that we could be aligned with the Spirit of God. And I promise you, this year has been like, there's so many things going on that should rock my peace, but it does not, because I am aligned with the Spirit of the living God. And that is that peace that surpasses all understanding. And that's what I desire for you, that you would come face to face with the lover and the lifter of your soul. This morning in prayer, the Lord gave me, I believe it was Psalms 104. And if you read it, you'll see all the magnificent things that God did. And that is the God that loves you. That is the creator of the cosmos. That is the one that will give you that peace that surpasses all understanding. It won't even make sense to you, but it's okay, because it's his love. And it's what he desires for us. And so last night, as I was sitting and I was putting together the invitation and what have you, and there was like a joy. And I've been thinking about it today, and I got my grandkids putting together his playlist, because we got some stuff for y'all that's going to be here. It is truly going to be a celebration. It's going to be a lot of love and laughter. It is not like leave that sanctimonious religiosity somewhere else, because we are going to have a good time. But I just thank and praise God. Hey, Pastor, I just thank and praise God for his peace, for his peace. And it really, really, really surpasses all understanding. So I want to encourage you that no matter what it is that you are currently walking through in this present moment, that peace is available to you and for you. All you have to do is tap into your root, tap into who dwells within you, and allow him to give you what it is you need. And that's him. When you are rooted and grounded in who he is, that peace that surpasses all understanding will walk you through every situation. I don't care what it is. Loss, despair, depression, worry, anxiety, no matter what it is that you're dealing with, he will wash you with his presence and give you that peace. All right. All right. Oh, I'm almost at 11 minutes. Y'all know I went over my time, but I'm praying that you receive what it is that the Lord gave me to share with you. Walk in his peace. Trust him in his peace, because he has really, really got something special for you. And it is the enemy that would try to get you away from his peace so that he can isolate you and keep you from the blessing. And sometimes that enemy is your own thoughts. So surrender them to him as well. Your emotions, surrender that to him as well. And let him wash you with your peace. All right. All right. You have an absolutely positively fantabulous day. And you all already know I love you with the love of Christ. And there's not a thing that none of us can do about that. All right. All right. God bless.